What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my recent pickup from Dallas Vintage Toys. I tell you what, I really love Dallas Vintage Toys. They have an awesome website, a great store, great people working there. I never have to worry about anything when I order from them, so I keep going back to them. Prices are very reasonable. So yeah, let's open up the box and let me show you what I got. Okay, the first figure I want to show you guys is a Mattel Masters of the Universe Duncan or Man-at-Arms figure. I think this is a good looking figure. Everybody knows Man-at-Arms. I guess he's the master of weapons, or the Royal Guard. He was the inventor on the show. He was also Teela's foster father. This figure is in amazing shape to be, so old like me. There is hardly any paint missing. There's just some here on the back on his boots, I guess. And then some here on the front, but other than that, this figure is in great shape. All the arms are tight. As you could see, the legs were tight, and it was able to stand fine. The paint apps on the head, there hardly any missing paint. The swivel is still in good shape. So yeah, this really is a good figure. I don't have a lot of my childhood Masters of the Universe figures anymore. I think I have Ram Man and Skeletor, and that's about it. But I have picked up a few figures, this last year here and there. But I saw this on Dallas Vintage Toys, and it's in great shape. It was a good price, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. So that is Duncan or Man-at-Arms.
See you again soon.
The next figure I want to show you guys from Masters of the Universe is my favorite henchman for Skeletor, and that is Clops.
Clops, master of vision. I will need your gamma vision, which can see around solid objects.
Now, I never had him as a kid. I did have Man-at-Arms, but he didn't make it out of the 80's with me. But I saw Clops. He was a very good price on Dallas Vintage Toys website the other day. And so I decided to go ahead and get him too. Like I said, I want to get my collection in better shape. He's not as good of a shape as Man-at-Arms is, but he's still in really good shape. You can see all his paint on his eyes are still there. His face looks good. No missing paint. His armor's in good shape. There's not really a lot of paint missing or anything other than his legs. There's a little bit, if you can see, paint missing there, and there's a scrape there. The twisting action still does good. So yeah, it is a really good looking figure. I'm glad I picked him up. Like I said, he was one of my favorite henchmen. I hope he doesn't fall. He was one of my favorite henchmen whenever I was watching the cartoon as a kid, and even today. And so that is the Masters of the Universe, the two figures I got from Dallas Vintage Toys. Growing up, I had quite a few of the M.O.T.U figures, or He-Man as we called it back then. Had Castle Grayskull and some of the vehicles, and then quite a few of the figures, but they didn't make it out of the 80's. And then I never really got back into it, even when I started collecting other lines like the G.I. Joe and my wrestling figures. And so this past year, I've been seeing a lot of M.O.T.U on Instagram and just really wanted to get back into it. Also, Casey with Podcast from the Pit, he's a big M.O.T.U fan, and he's got me wanting to get my collection in better shape. So I don't have room for any of the new lines of M.O.T.U, but I want to get my vintage collection in better shape, like I said. So that is the Masters of the Universe that I got on this haul.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
The next couple of figures I want to show you guys is 2 figures from G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero line. I recently picked up this first one. I picked up his classified figure, and I realized that I really needed to get the Real American Hero version in my collection. I had it as a kid. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't have it as an adult. So I picked up a Kyle Gesso or Budo figure. I tell you, this is a good looking figure. That's what attracted me to him, excuse me, as a kid. The figure, I didn't have comics a lot as a kid, so I didn't know about him. I was a cartoon G.I. Joe fan, and so when I remember seeing him in the stores and being just like, oh, this is a cool looking figure, and it was one of my favorite figs as a kid. This figure is in great shape. I mean, I don't believe there is a paint scratch or scrape anywhere on this figure. Maybe underneath his helmet, but that's about it. Of course, you got your backpack and his sai and his sword, and then his other sword here. And it's in great shape. It's tight. All the knees are tight. His elbows are all tight, swivel, tight elbow, swivel. So the O-ring is in great shape. It could have been replaced. I'm not sure. The helmet looks really good. So yeah, a really good figure, and one of my favorites that I had, like I said, as a kid. And so I'm really, really needed to add him back to my collection, and I'm glad I did.
Hey, Scoop!
Hey, I thought you were still in the Crimson Guard.
Right after we captured the Tibetan Dragonfire base, I transferred. See? I'm an alley viper now.
All right, so the last figure I want to show you guys that I picked up is from 1989. It is as you can see, the Alley Viper version 1. I mostly remember him from Operation Dragonfire. Like I've said before, I didn't own a lot of comics as a kid. I didn't have a comic shop in my town or in the next town. So I was a cartoon kid, and I do remember watching Operation Dragonfire, and I didn't like him back then, but this is a fan favorite figure. The paint apps are very cool. It's a very cool looking figure. And as far as this one itself, he comes with his gun. I don't know what kind of gun that is. He's got his shield, and as you can see, that shield is in great shape. A lot of times you see the shields beat up pretty good. And then he's got his backpack with the grappling hook, and you can take that off. As far as the figure itself, the knees are in good shape. The elbows are all swivel and are tight, and his head is tight. The O-ring is in great shape. As you can see, his helmet pops up and stays. So yeah, it's a really good figure. I got him for a good price, and I really wanted to have him in my collection. I've got the classified version and the 25th anniversary version. I hope he stays. But I never had the Real American Hero version, so I wanted to go ahead and pick him up. That is all the figures that I got from Dallas Vintage Toys. Check out their website. They have an excellent website. If you can ever go in person, they have an amazing store if you don't know about them. I'm sure a lot of you do. But yeah, check out Dallas Vintage Toys. Thank you guys for watching today. I really appreciate it. If you don't mind, hit that like button, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful day.